Hi guys, so I wanted to hop on here really quickly and just share with you. Okay, so I am turning 40 this year. Big deal, right? As you all know, if you're new here, but if you're not new here, I'm a very active person. Okay, I've always been active. I grew up on a dairy farm, like always working, hard manual work, and then I've run marathons. Like I've always been an active human being, always. I was active in all my pregnancies. I knew the benefits of the fitness, which is why I wrote the book, all of that. Not necessarily fitness per se as you're pregnant, but like just functional fitness, right? Anyway, so I am 4 years postpartum with my 5th child, and I just hit a big wall. I spent the past 3.5 years literally recovering my body from back-to-back pregnancies. One miscarriage in there, so it was 6 pregnancies, 5 children. It was just a lot, like depletion, filling all of the things. And then probably the last year or so, I have really been working hard on just trying to build my muscle back, because I know longevity, like that is very key. But I struggled with, I have had constant hip pain, like out of balances, like I had to go to PT for my neck. So there were all of these things that I was just trying to get in place just to like feel good again. And then it was kind of like, okay, I did a lot of the Pilates and the bar and a little bit of the lifting when I was pregnant. Not as much lifting, because like when you were carrying around 40 extra pounds and like another human, plus toddlers, like that was my weight lifting. So then I just kind of reached a point, like I was dabbling back in the weightlifting, but it wasn't feeling good. Like I wasn't feeling good. I would my neck pain would come back, my hip pain, and I was like, I just don't know what to do. So then I found this woman popped up on my YouTube, and literally speaking right to me, and like literally you're doing all the things, but you're not seeing the results. And I worked very hard over the summer. I had a wedding last September. Like I worked so hard. And like doing what I thought was right, like eating protein and blah, 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 and moving and walking. And then like just looking at the pictures from, like my face was just swollen. My whole body was literally swollen. Like I literally had like cankles. Guys, I've never had cankles in my life, like whatever, but it's like something just was not feeling right. Like looking at this video right now, my face is like finally back to normal. Like this is my face. Anyways, so I had dabbled in macro tracking before in the past, when it was during my 5th pregnancy, like the tail end of it. Because I was like, I want to come back from this pregnancy and like just know what I need to do to like feel better. So I did that a little bit after she was born, my 5th, but it was just too much. And I just was like, bag it. But I had to heal, like, and I think it was just, I didn't quite have the right support, because of where I was. Like I was not sleeping, I had 5 under 6. And anyway, so that's what this girl mentioned again, and I was like, I just don't know if I want to do that again. Like I felt like, because it didn't work, like because I wasn't able to make it work last time like that, it was just not going to work again. Anyway, so I had a conversation with her. I reached out to her because I literally was at the point where I was like reading the Stacy Sims books and all of that, which was very, very helpful again. But again, it wasn't like an exact plan for me. I'm like, okay, I still don't always get the best sleep. Like I am a homeschooling mom of 5 children, and I have one with special needs. Like that literally, I am stressed. I am stressed probably 80% of the time, even though I take a lot of ways to reduce that stress. But it's just like, it's a lot. My husband has a very stressful job. He's not home a lot. Like I literally can't make plans, because if I finally make a plan, 90% of the time I have to change my plan because my husband, something comes up at work. So it's like just those kinds of things rolling. And that's just my life. Like, I'm not complaining. It's just that's what I deal with on a daily basis. So talked with her, and she said, so she's also turning 40. She has 3 kids. So I just felt very relatable. Like, we were at the same age, and she had muscle. And I was like, I just want that for my life. Like, I don't want to be that person that falls down and breaks a hip. Like, I want to be functional and have muscle. So we chatted, and she just said, I'll help you. Like, I'm here to help you through it. So I said, okay, let's do the damn thing, because I want to show up at my 40th birthday feeling strong and just feeling good. So, and I mean, look at this. Just crazy. So I did. I followed the system. And it was hard. Okay, at first I was like, I don't like this. Number one, I actually had to, not that I don't plan my meals, I do, but not necessarily with like my needs in mind. It's always the kids. So that was a mental shift for me. And like, I'm gonna get emotional. Like, we're a one budget family. Like, yes, I have this channel, but like, this doesn't make me any money. Like, I literally share with you guys, I have a book, but that makes me like, I make like $5 every time someone buys a book. Like, okay, literally make nothing from that. Anyway, so I did not make myself a priority, like fruit and stuff. The kids would always eat it, which is fine. That's like, I want them to eat. So I finally had to change that, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy some I buy apples, and I will hide some in the cabinet for myself so that I can have an apple. So I can get that fiber and all those healthy carbs. Or just like prepping the proteins, I think was really important. For instance, like this, salads, was really important for me, because just making sure that I have what I need to meet my macro goals. And the brain space that has come from that, like, I literally have more patience with my children. Like, it's quite shocking. And this is just my experience, so I'm not going to say that for you, but it's quite shocking. Like, I do have more patience, and I truly think it's just because I am nourishing my body in the way that it needed to be nourished. And it's not that I wasn't knowledgeable before, but I needed help. And I think that was also a big struggle for me, was I actually was like, I need help. Like, I am the type of person where I will figure it out on my own. Like, I'm going to read the books, I'm going to read the information, I'll read the studies, I'll do whatever. But I just didn't have time to do that. Like, I didn't want to keep bouncing around and trying these different things to see if they worked or if they didn't work. Like, I wanted someone to do that for me. Like, just tell me what I need to do. So and I started lifting heavier. And I actually, one thing that I did do that I was very hesitant to do was these initial 6 weeks, they tell you to go gluten-free and dairy-free. I am not a gluten-free person. Like, I make a lot of my own bread. So I knew that really wasn't an issue, but I relied on a lot of cottage cheese and a lot of yogurt for my protein. And I'm not saying that's bad, because it's not. But I was like, I just want to see what happens. So I eliminated that. And now, my protein is coming from eggs, egg whites, steak, ground beef, all of that kind of stuff. And we really fell in love with ondamame beans. My kids love them. I love them. They're a great addition. So anyways, just whole food sources. And I really, you guys, my hip pain literally has disappeared. Like, I just noticed it probably, was it last week or the week before? When did I do we did a fast, a 24-hour fast. Maybe a week and a half ago. Literally, no, I don't have hip pain. And I'm like, I don't know if that was the dairy. I don't know if that was like doing that 24-hour fast where it just like flushed all the toxins out of my body. I don't know. But all I can tell you is that I feel so much better. I lost so much upper body strength during my pregnancies because of the constant hunching from nursing and being pregnant. That was a huge weakness for my neck also. And when I went to PT, they were like, you really need to strengthen your back. tried, like it just wasn't working. My back is so strong now. My posture is better and it's so much stronger. And that feels good. I feel better. My neck feels better. It doesn't feel like it's like gonna pop off. So all of these little things, and I just am honestly shocked that it was like a 6-week. This is my week 6 and I am shook. I'm just shocked. And I just can't not share that, because as a mom, I just feel like there is so much information out there and it is so overwhelming. And I think for most of us, we tend to just ignore it. And I think also as a Christian, it's very much like, that's okay. Like my body is what it is. It's changed after babies and that's fine. Like bodies change. And for a long time, it's like, this is just me accepting my body. But I think it was just realizing that, like, I just wanted to know what was going on in my body. Like the swelling and those kinds of things, like something is just not right. And like, I didn't want to accept that. I didn't want to. And I think that's okay. I wasn't, I don't think that's vain. And I think sometimes as a Christian, that's kind of where that line goes. Like, well, I'm being vain if I'm like trying to change my body, and I'm not necessarily trying to change my body per se. I just want to like be growing muscle, and yeah, losing some fat would be nice too, like feeling more confident. But I don't think that's a negative thing, because my mental health has changed. I just feel like I truly am a better mom, and I know there's so many messages out there, and I know a lot of people tend to blur that line, like, oh, you'll be a better mom if you just do this program, and that's like not what this is. Like, if you truly just even want to learn how to eat, like this will help you, and then you can add on workouts. Like, but if you truly, the eating was really where I struggled, which is weird because I ate healthy. I'm a healthy eater. Like, we don't buy processed food, like very minimal. So that was really eye-opening for me, and why I was very hesitant, because I'm like, I already eat good. So like, how am I going to change? Like, I don't see where I can change. And I did change in a few things, and it was just eating more of the right things. So a little more protein,
Mommy, I'm hungry.
Okay, you just had yogurt. What else do you want? Do you have to go potty? Go potty, and then okay, and then I'll make you crackers and cheese. Anyways, I just wanted to share that. So the cool thing is they're having a 5-day, they're calling it like a belly blast, but it's 5 days. You get a sneak peek of the app. It's only $20. And if you are just at that point in your life where you are not having babies anymore, okay, I'll get you some. And you're just ready to like feel strong.
I want trail mix.
Okay, sit down. I'll be right with you. Like, if you're just ready and like want to understand how to eat better, I really encourage you to try this. Like, try it for the 5 days, see what happens. My coach, I am not a coach. I'm not coaching this. I don't do this. Brain doesn't have space for this, but it's really cool because I can share my coach with you. And she literally, hands down, I love her. Like, she's so amazing, and she's like real life with you. She gets the busy mom season, and she's very truthful. Like, it's going to be uncomfortable. Like, you are going to have days, you're going to have weeks where it's going to be uncomfortable, but you've just got to do it. Like, if you want to change, you have to be uncomfortable in order to change. So I think that was just helpful too. Her telling me that, like the group too. So if you'd like to try that, feel free. Just comment below, or I can leave the link for you too. But I really encourage you just to try. If that's something you're struggling with, feel free to reach out. If you have questions, I can connect you with my coach, or I can answer questions for you. But I just really encourage you to try it. So there's my 2 cents on that. And here's the other thing, guys. Our bodies change. Like, as we're going through, after our child-rearing years, like, our hormones change, and it's not a bad thing. I think the world tends to make us think that it's a bad thing, but like understanding it and ways that we can combat it and just reduce disease, reduce chronic disease, reduce inflammation in our bodies, and gain muscle for our longevity, our health. That is that is key right there. Like no one, once you have that, no one can take that away from you. So I'll see you later. Peace.